So, you're thinking about moving to Boise, and I know a lot of you are. Some of you are doing it fairly successfully, and some of you are making some mistakes. So in this video, I'm going to cover the top 5 mistakes or things to avoid, things to know about when moving to Boise. What's up, everybody? This is Shawn Tomich with the Living in Boise group, and if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything there is about moving to Boise, then make sure and subscribe and tap the bell below so that you don't miss a thing. Honestly, we get so many reach outs every day from people wanting to move here and relocate here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving anywhere or locating here, anywhere in the Treasure Valley, then give us a call, reach out, call, text, email, nights, days, weekends. We've got your back when it comes to moving to Boise. So like I said, this is the top 5 mistakes or things to avoid when moving here. And they're not in any kind of particular order by any means, just 5 of the things that I wanted to suggest that, watch out or avoid, or at least, you really need to know about. Things that we all know about if you're a local here or you've been here for a while. Number 1, home prices. So the median home price right now in the Boise market is $537,000. That is statistics as of November of 2021, which is a 25% increase from last year. And we're also forecasting another 23% increase for the year 2022, which honestly will probably be light because the percentage of increase that we forecasted last year was also light on what we actually increased in value and saw increased values in our homes and in the homes that our clients were buying. So what does that mean? That means don't wait. The biggest mistake you could make is waiting. If you came to me 2 years ago and you were looking at buying a home for $400 grand and thought, hey, I'm going to wait this market out. I'm going to wait. I've been looking at Google and reading all these things, and it says that it's a bubble and the stock market's crashing, so I know that the real estate market's going to crash, and we've got a new president now, and so things are going to crash, or all of these reasons that people have for thinking that they know the market and wanting to wait. If you waited on that $400,000 home, or excuse me, let's say you bought it. If you bought that $400,000 home and you own it and you've had it for the last 2 years, right now, that home would be worth $761,000. So you'd have $361,000 of equity at your disposal right now. But if you're the person that waited because you want to time the market, then you'd be buying that home today for $761,000 versus the $400,000 a couple years ago. So the moral of my story is, or the thing to avoid is, don't wait. Get in now. In fact, right now it's the beginning of January 2022. It's a brand new year, and the buying time right now is right now in our market. The buying time is right now up until February, March. March is where it really starts kicking off. It doesn't matter if there's snow on the ground here or not, but again, don't wait. That's my moral. Number 2, median income. The current median income in the Boise area is about $66,000 a year. So that's, 2 adults in a home making about $33,000 a year. So they say that your mortgage payment should be about 25% of your monthly income. So that would put your mortgage payment about $1,375 a month. And for $1,375 a month, you can afford a home for about $290,000. And if you remember, I told you the median home price right now in Boise is $537,000. So you can imagine the home that you're going to get in Boise for $290,000. And the answer is none, because there aren't any. There really aren't. I don't remember any listing coming on for anything under $300,000 for a while. And if it did, it was very momentarily and scooped up quick. It was probably something that needed flipped or something. So that said, my team and we can still get you something for $290 or even under that. I've actually, in the last couple months, I've helped people own homes for $240 and $250. They're just not right in the middle of Boise. And they're still very nice homes. But again, it's not going to be in the middle of Boise. So long story short, if your plan is to move here, you need to have your jobs lined up. You're not going to move here for our high-tech, high-paying jobs or our high-paying job market, because that just doesn't exist here. We do have good-paying jobs, and we do have a good job market here. But again, if the median income is $66,000 a year and you're making about 30, 35, somewhere around there, that's what you need to expect. So again, you have to have your jobs lined up or be teleworking. Most people that are moving and that I'm helping to get into homes that are in those $500,000 plus ranges are usually retiring or retired or have things all set up. They have teleworking jobs. But it's not anybody that's selling their home somewhere and moving here without jobs and no way of paying for their home, and then thinking that they're going to get jobs when they get here. So that's also a big mistake people are making, as well as, again, they think, hey, I want to move there first. I want to get established, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But again, they're moving here, and that thinking is kind of backwards, because they're moving here and they need to do their research first, because those high-paying jobs that are going to get you that median home of $500,000, again, they're just not here. So avoid moving here if you plan to move here for a high-paying job and plan on owning a $500,000 home, because that's going to be really hard to do. Number 3, bad air quality. This one's kind of different because I agree with it, but I also don't agree with it, because it's a very momentary time that we have poor air quality, but when we have it, we really have it. And that would be, but let me back up. When you look anywhere online, you'll see that the Boise, Idaho area, or Idaho in general, is going to show up as the number 2 worst air quality area in the country. And that would be because we do have high pollen count, because we do live very close to the forest. A lot of people in Idaho do live in the forest, so there's times in the spring and the summer where pollen count gets high, but the majority of that report is going to be based on our wildfires. And to be honest with you, wildfires and forest fires are actually our only natural disaster that we're susceptible to here in Idaho. And it doesn't happen all the time. But when it does happen, and when we do have fires that are near, we do get inverted with smoke. We get really socked in with smoke. And the biggest problem with it is that a lot of times it's not even from a fire that is ours. It's oftentimes we actually get socked in with smoke from California, from Oregon, sometimes Washington, but usually Oregon and California. Whenever they're on fire, we get inverted with smoke. And it's momentary, meaning that when you go out, it's bad. You won't even be able to see the foothills. It's thick. It hurts your eyes. It gives you headaches sometimes. And it can last for a week and sometimes 2 weeks. When that happens, doesn't happen all the time, doesn't happen every year. Sometimes it goes years without happening. Sometimes it happens every summer, it seems like. But I can tell you that that's the only time it's bad for me, in my opinion. Other than that, it's beautiful outside. We don't have any smog. We don't have any high pollutants, big factories, anything like that, producing a lot of smog here. So when you look outside and you look out to the foothills and the mountains and Bogus Basin and Table Rock and all of these beautiful things that we can see right here from the Boise, or really anywhere in the Treasure Valley, you're not going to be looking through smog, or when you're in California and you see that wavy haze when you're looking at a far distance, you're looking through all those pollutants. You don't see any of that here. So yes, if you have bad asthma or any breathing conditions, then this absolutely could be a place that you would want to avoid, and or do more research about it, and make sure that it's something that you could live in when that does happen, because it does happen. Number 4, religion. Idaho is a very religious area. We have a very large population and influence from the LDS Church, and in fact, Idaho is second behind Utah as far as the largest population of Mormons that live in the state. What does that mean? The Mormons, the LDS, the Mormon religion, the LDS religion, they're very big on family values, not drinking, not smoking, not partying, things like that. And so there is a lot of that culture that's here. And that culture is a lot of what people are looking for when they move here, or a lot of what they're fleeing from when they move here is something that they're not getting, and sometimes they're looking for that. So as far as the influence or the religious influence, I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's just something that you need to know when moving here, because if you are religious and you want to be close to your favorite church or your favorite denomination, then that's something that myself and my team need to know when we're looking for a home for you. And if you're not religious and or you wouldn't want to be by one of those churches or around that influence, again, that's something that we need to know so that you can avoid the mistake of finding a home that's right near one of those places. Like I said, I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's just that's something you need to know to avoid a mistake or to make the right decision when moving. It's something that you need to know and we need to know. Number 5, transportation, growth, and construction. So if you moved here and you lived right in the middle of downtown Boise, and you had a job right in the middle of downtown Boise, and you pretty much didn't go anywhere, then you could move here and avoid having to have your own car. But that's really probably the only scenario, because I've actually had that question a few times from people moving from larger cities or metro cities and moving here and thinking, oh, that they don't need to buy a car or have a car because they don't have one in the large metro city that they're in. But like again, unless you're that exact scenario, and that exact scenario is kind of actually hard to accomplish, then you need a car. That's something you will need to get around, because when we're talking about Boise, we're really talking about all of the Treasure Valley. And the Treasure Valley is about 7 cities combined, and they're all attached and connected, but they're all spread out. So to get from place to place, or to get from a job or anywhere else, you're basically going to need your own transportation. We don't have a cab system. We do have a bus system, but we don't have like trains, rails, anything like that going on, or subways. The bus is going to get you around, I believe. I don't know if I've ever been on it. But like I said, you're not going to step out onto the street in downtown Boise and hail a cab. If we need a ride here, it's pretty much Uber, which is pretty much like a lot of the places in the country right now, probably. But so like, yeah, if I want to go to the airport and I don't want to drive my car and park it and leave it, or try to find parking at the airport, which is a real issue right now, then yeah, I'll just Uber. That's what most people do. Also, it's winter right now, and like I've said in many videos before, we get all 4 seasons here, and one of those seasons is winter. And with winter comes snow, and right now, I don't know if you can see it in the background, but we have snow on the ground. And we've had it for about a week now. A week and a half before that, it was about 45, 50 degrees outside, sunny, beautiful, no snow on the ground. But we've had snow on the ground for about a week now. We'll have it for another week. And that has caused a lot of accidents, and it does every single year. So you need to know that if you plan to move here, or if you've moved here, you do need to have the proper equipment. So you do need to have, if you plan on driving in the snow, and like I said, we do get snow, and if you want to go somewhere, you will have to drive in it. You need to have a front-wheel drive, good vehicle with good tires or snow tires on it, or an all-wheel drive vehicle, or a 4x4. And that's what you'll see the most of on the road here. Rear-wheel drive vehicles are not good in snow. Pickups that aren't 4x4 are pretty much useless in the snow. And so, yeah, the big mistake people make when moving here is thinking that their Dodge Hellcat is going to perform really well no matter where it's at, and it will more than likely be in the ditch on the first snow if you're heading to work that morning. So hot rods are great. They're perfect for summertime. Your Hellcat's great in the summertime, and we have lots of car enthusiasts here, and we have a long, good summer, lots of car shows and cool stuff like that, but you have to have the right equipment. Other than that, the other part of number 5 is growth, construction. Other people joke, I hear it all the time, that they say we have 2 seasons here, which is summer and construction season. And usually those are at the same time as well anyway. So, we've been, this influx of people and this growth that we've been seeing in Idaho and in Boise and in the Treasure Valley, it's nothing new. It's been going on for over 20 years now. People talk about Californians coming in, and this is all so many in the last year or two. This has been going on for, gosh, I don't even know, since I've lived here. So it's not new. It's been going on for a long time. And with that, as of recent, we have had a larger influx of people. And so we have a lot of construction. Our infrastructure needs updating all the time. The roads need updating, and lanes need widening all the time. And so we have a lot of construction here. And so you're going to see that a lot. So if that bothers you, if you don't like waiting for that in the summer, this would be something to avoid. It would be a mistake if you were to move here and think that you're going to avoid traffic and things like that, or construction, because we have a lot of it, to be honest with you. Other than that, our traffic, it flows pretty well. Yeah, it does get clogged up from time to time. But again, it's not going to be anything close to what you're used to if you're coming from a big metro city. If you're coming from California and you're talking about, it takes you an hour or 2 to get to work and you're traveling like 20 miles, that doesn't happen here. That 20 miles, it's going to take you, 20, 30 minutes, 45 in bad traffic, in snow and bad traffic. Yeah, it might take you an hour. You're going to have to prepare for that. But other than that, we don't have that big traffic that you're going to be used to in those big metro markets. But so that's about all I have for number 5. So there you have it. There's my top 5 mistakes, things to avoid, things to know about when moving or preparing to move to Boise. We just need you to give us a call. We absolutely love when you give us a call. Reach out, call me, text me, email me. I had someone call 2 weeks ago, and I answered the phone, and they just, I heard him in the background say, oh, he's not even going to answer the phone. I picked up the phone, said, this is Shawn, and it caught them off guard, because yeah, I do answer the phone. If you call that number, I'm the person that answers the phone. So, but we'd love it if you just give me a call. It just takes a few minutes, a good conversation, and I'll have an idea of 2 to 3 areas that I could potentially put you in or suggest for you. But I need that information from you to be able to make those suggestions. So call me, text me, email me, nights, weekends. We've got your back when it comes to moving in Boise. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.